Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, I guess. I kind of abandoned this project once again because I was busy. I was actually incredibly busy, and I had exams, the semester ended, I was working and meeting friends and just having not that much free time. So that basically is my excuse for not having done a video in a while. Once again. But I am intending to keep this up and keep this going. So I will jump right back into everything. I actually recorded a video in the between me uploading this one and the last video, which was my July book haul. But once again, my microphone gave up on me, and it was abysmal quality of audio. So I just deleted it immediately. So I'm combining two book hauls. So the past 2 months, July and August. You might remember, July was my I was on a book buying ban, and I actually pretty much stuck to it. I only got 2 books, which is pretty nice, and I was proud of myself for doing that. There are 4 books that I got in July in this, but 2 of those were pre-orders. Actually, now that I think about it, 3 of those were pre-orders, and one of them I got after on the day that I wrote both of my exams. So as like a little treat to myself, I got myself a book after I had finished writing my exams. So without further ado, I will get into it. The first book I got was The Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England by Brandon Sanderson, which is the second secret project. This is a gorgeous edition, the Kickstarter edition, because I backed the Kickstarter way back last year. I think it actually arrived before July, but I only got it in July because I hadn't been home in a while. And I ordered these to my dad's place because I was unsure whether I would move within the year that all of the 4 secret projects are coming out, so this year. So I just went the safe route. I've heard mixed things about this. It's middle grade, and at least from the illustrations in this, because once again this is fully illustrated. I'm excited to give it a try, but I'm aware that a lot of people are saying that it's one of the not so good ones. But I mean, even for the illustrations, it looks amazing. Yeah. So this is the first book. The second book, and the only book in July that I bought with my own money, and did not. I mean, I bought all of these with my own money, but the only book that I bought without having had it pre-ordered as a treat after my exams was The Bone Ships by R.J. Barker. Don't know anything about this, as per usual. Yeah, there's a dragon on the cover. It's about ships, I guess. Yeah, so I'm excited to give this a try. I have, I think, a couple of other books by R.J. Barker in mind that I want to get to someday, but I haven't actually read anything by this author yet. But yeah, this is where I'm intending to start. The next book I got, which was also a pre-order, is The Judas Blossom by Stephen Aryan, which is a retelling of one of the sons of Genghis Khan, I believe. So it's basically about the 13th century Persia and the invasion thereof by Hulagu Khan, I think, or Temujin. I'm actually not sure. So it's the Mongol invasion of Persia, but fantasy-esque, I think. Haven't read this. Excited to give it a go. And the next book that I also pre-ordered or bought before was Sons of Darkness by Gaurav Mohanty, which I've heard Patrick Leo from BookTuber talk about and praise so highly that I decided I have to give this a go. It's grimdark. I'm currently reading it, and it's also a retelling of the Mahabharata, I think. So it's Indian inspired and inspired by myth, and I'm not sure. I think it's literature, so it's like a work of fiction to the Mahabharata, but I haven't read it. I'm not familiar with it. I'm in the middle of reading this at the moment. I have, I think, 6 hours of audiobook left, so I'm reading this on audio and in physical at the same time. It's incredibly dense. It's grimdark. I'm enjoying it, but it's taking a long time because I don't have the headspace to focus so much on one book. So yeah, this is why it's taking quite a while to finish, and I'm already sure that I will have to reread this at some point because I haven't been able to pay as much attention as I want, but I'm enjoying it nevertheless. So those were all the books that I got in July, and now we come to the books that I got in August. Basically, most of these I got at the beginning of the month because I was like, oh, I made it through my book buying ban of 1 month, and then kind of, indulged a little bit. These are in no particular order, and you can also already see some of them here. I'm just realizing, but whatever. So the first one is The Counselor by E.J. Beaton. I think this is like political fantasy. It's maybe, the way I understood, or the way I'm picturing it, is this is in the same vein as The Goblin Emperor, or maybe other political fantasy books. I saw this, I had ordered this for the bookstore I work at, and when I saw it on the cart before having sorted it into the shelves, I was like, okay, I need to get this. So I got it. Don't know anything else. That's it. The next book is actually a late birthday present, which I got from a friend, and it's Sufficiently Advanced Magic by Andrew Rowe. This is self-published. I've heard about this years ago, so it's been a while since this was released, and everyone I've heard talk about this has been very positive and very loving of this book, so I'm very excited to give this a try. I actually planned on reading more self-published works. So far, I think I've only read The Sword of Kaigen, which was a couple years ago. So this is definitely a priority for me, and also just getting my hands on more self-published books, which I think I will make a priority for my next birthday and for Christmas this year, so that I have them and can get to them as quickly as possible. The next book I have is The Ninth Reign by Jen Williams. The first book in a trilogy. I know the trilogy's already finished. I've heard good things about this, which is something I say about every book that I buy, I'm realizing, and have had people tell me. I'm thinking of maybe asking a friend to buddy read this with me, because she also got it pretty recently. I'm excited to give it a go. The next book I have is Full Moon by Jim Butcher, which is the second book in the Dresden Files. I already own the first book. I haven't read it yet. I decided to get the second book for reasons, I don't know, so that I can continue as quickly as possible if I like the first book. This is urban fantasy. It's also kind of mixed with crime fiction, so this is about Harry Dresden, I think, who's an investigator, and there's like fantastical elements to this urban fantasy, so my brain is immediately going to all the stuff that I learned at university and talked about fantasy fiction at university, but that's not the place in this YouTube video. But basically this is just, we had the Dresden Files as an example of fantasy mixed with hardboiled crime fiction. So I'm I'm excited to finally try this, and I've also talked to some customers that I had at the bookstore who was buying a further installment in this series, and she was like, oh, it keeps getting better, so I'm excited to give it a go. The next book I have is The Coward by Stephen Aryan, who you might remember also wrote the Judas Blossom. This is, I think, the first series by him. Don't know what it's about. I know it's a duology that's already completed. I haven't gotten the Warrior yet, but I might in the future, maybe even before picking this up. And I think this is also kind of more political. At least that's what I think about it. What I think I know about it, but to be honest, I don't know that much. The next book is The Last Watch by J.S. Dews, which is a sci-fi book. I just think that the cover is stunning. I love a good sci-fi space opera, which I think this classifies as. I have read the blurb on the back. I've already forgotten what it is about, but when I read it, I really liked it, so I got it. The next book I got was The Tyranny of Faith by Richard Swan, which is the second book in, I don't know what this, Empire of the Wolf series, trilogy, I don't know. I have the first book, which is The Justice of Kings. Haven't read that yet. Also political fantasy, so I got a lot of political fantasy, I'm realizing. But yeah, I have to be in the right mood to read anything with political intrigue and just a lot of, politicking and everything. So it might take me a while to get to this, but I have it, and I like the covers because they look amazing. The next book I got was The Wolf by Leo Carew. What am I gonna say? You already know it. I don't know what it is about. I heard good things. Actually, I'm not that sure I heard that many people talk about this, but it's a Finnish series, I want to say. At least there's 3 books out, so I'm guessing that the trilogy is complete, but I haven't done that much research on it. Sounded good, and I got it because I was interested. The next book, also have to shift some things. Hold on. Okay, the next book I got was The Kaiju Preservation Society by John Scalzi, which was actually the first book by John Scalzi that I read. So this is the only book in all of this book haul that I've already read fully. It's pretty short. It was very fun. There were a lot of popular culture references in this. It was unlike anything that I'd read before, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I hope that there will be more books or works, stories told in this world, because I'm intrigued and I need to know more about this. So if you are looking for a quick read that is fun science fiction with an alternate parallel universe that's fundamentally different from ours, and you like dinosaurs and or kaiju, which are big ass monsters like Godzilla, this is the book for you, and I'm recommending it to you. And also, if you're not interested in that, but that kind of vaguely sounds entertaining to you, give it a go, because it was a fun time. Then I only have 2 books left. Why is there a giant ass fly in here now? Because my window is open. The next book I have is Children of Memory by Adrian Tchaikovsky, which is the 3rd book. My god. Ew. It's outside. Okay, which is the 3rd book in... I don't know what this series is called. So basically this is in the same series as Children of Time and Children of Memory. No, Children of Time and Children of Ruin, which are 2 books that I've already read. I really enjoyed them, and this is the 3rd one. The second one ended on a cliffhanger, kind of, and I have been desperate to get to know what happens after the ending of the second book. So I'm glad I have this, and I hope to get to it pretty soon. And then finally, but not least, this third secret project by Brandon Sanderson, Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. This is a stunning book. I really love the cover. I love the illustrations. Look at this one. And look at this one. Looks amazing. Haven't read it yet. I have heard people say that this is their favorite of the secret project so far, which there's only one of them left. So basically right now this is at the number 1 spot. I read Tress and the Emerald Sea, which was the first one, and I really liked it. And I think this also ties into the Cosmere, so this is part of the Cosmere, while the second secret project, so Frugal Wizard's Handbook to Surviving Medieval England, wasn't or isn't part of the Cosmere, but this one is again. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting to this. It looks amazing, and it sounds amazing, and I love Brandon Sanderson, my favorite author, so of course I will read this sooner. Yes, as soon as I can get to it. I don't know. I have so many books, and I keep buying more. I have a problem. Okay, so that was basically my my book haul for July and August. My September book haul might also be pretty big because I'm going to Edinburgh in a week, and I've already planned to go to 11 bookstores, so yeah. Let's see how this will go this month. But I'm realizing that I have nearly 200 books that I own and haven't read yet, and it doesn't help that I'm friends with people who also have this same problem. So yeah, I'm working on it. Also, I got a couple of NetGalley arcs, which I was approved of. The first one was The Death I Gave Him by MX Liu, which was a sci-fi retelling of Hamlet, which I've already read. It was a fun time. You can check out my review on Goodreads. I might also talk about it in a future video, who knows. Then I got Mammoth at the Gate by Niveau, which is the 4th book in the Singing Hills cycle, which is a novella series about a cleric going around, traveling, telling stories. And in this volume, they return home to the Singing Hills monastery and find some, a lot of stuff has changed. Their mentor has passed away, and the book is kind of about grief, about returning home when it's changed from when you left, and it was very lyrical, and really I enjoyed it so much. And then the one that I'm currently reading is Nordic Visions, which is a short story collection by Nordic authors, so authors from the Scandinavian countries, from Iceland, from Denmark, Norway, Finland, and Sweden. Also the Faroe Islands, I think, and I think there was another one that I forgot. Yeah, I'm reading that at the moment. It's a mix of stories. I've read some that I didn't enjoy as much, but I also read some that I was like, oh, this is really, really interesting. So thank you so much for watching, and see you soon. Bye!